Hello everyone. Let's start with our next topic, that is refraction at concave spherical surface. For this topic we will determine the expression by the complete derivation. So let's see the diagram first. In this diagram, this is the concave spherical surface. Only one side is concave, other side no, there is no information about the other side, so only we have to see refraction one time. We have a point object O which is kept at the principal axis of this surface. So the distance of that object from the center of that surface P is U. A light ray which travels like this strikes P and move in its own path undeviated, because for this light ray angle I is equal to 0, so angle R will also be equal to 0. Now second light ray which travels like this, which is OA, which strikes the surface at point A, then this AC is actually working like the normal, then this angle that is angle OAC, this angle will work like angle of incidence I. As the light ray is traveling from rarer to denser, we considering that outer medium is rarer and inner medium as denser. So light ray is traveling from rarer to denser, so it will bend towards the normal. So this is the actual direction of light ray. It bends somewhat towards the normal. So this will be the new direction of the light ray. We have two light rays, this one and that one, and they are moving away from each other. So definitely they will not move in forward direction. In reverse direction, it seems that they are meeting at this point I. So their image, the image of this point object O is actually forming at this point I. The distance of this image from the again center of the spherical surface is V, and the radius of curvature of the spherical surface is R. We drop a perpendicular from point A to the principal axis and name it AM. Let the length of AM is H. Again, I am considering three angles, alpha, beta and gamma. These angles are at O, I, C respectively. One more thing, the angle between this refracted ray and normal is called angle of refraction R, and by the property of vertically opposite angles, this angle will also be R. This angle is IAC. This is also R by vertically opposite property. So this is about the diagram. Let's see the derivation now. In derivation, we are starting with triangle AOC. In triangle AOC, this gamma is external angle. So by exterior angle theorem, the sum of two internal angles is equal to far distant external angle. So two internal angles, this alpha and I, are two internal angles of triangle AOC, and gamma is the external angle. So that's why gamma is equal to alpha plus I. Or we can write I is equal to gamma minus alpha. Let it be equation number first. Again, in triangle AIC, in triangle AIC, again gamma is the external angle, but now internal angles are beta and R. So it will become gamma is equal to beta plus R. So now gamma is equal to beta plus R, and it can also be written as R is equal to gamma minus beta. Let it be equation number second. Now I am going to apply Snell's law. Snell's law means sin I upon sin R is equal to N2 upon N1. We know this law very well. This is the first law of refraction. Since angles I and R are very small, that is the calculus property. Angle I and R are very small, then sin I is almost equal to I and sin R is also almost equal to R. So in place of sin I and sin R, we can also write I and R. So I upon R is equal to N2 upon N1. It can also be written as N1I is equal to N2R. Now we have the values of I and R from equations first and second. On placing these values, N1 gamma minus alpha is equal to N2 gamma minus beta. On opening the brackets, it will become N1 gamma minus N1 alpha is equal to N2 gamma minus N2 beta. Again, by taking this term this side, N2 beta minus N1 alpha is equal to N2 gamma minus N1 gamma. In next line, it can be written as N2 beta minus N1 alpha is equal to, by taking gamma as common, N2 minus N1 gamma. Let it be equation number 3rd. Let's move to the next page. In next page, I said again, angle alpha, beta and gamma are also very small. Similarly, like I and R, alpha, beta and gamma are also very small. So there is also another property, calculus property, that is, if alpha is very small, then alpha can also be written as tan alpha is almost equal to tan alpha. So tan alpha is equal to perpendicular upon base. See the diagram. Tan alpha is equal to perpendicular, that is h, upon base is u, as u is on the left side of the surface, that's why it is taken as minus u. So alpha is equal to minus h upon u, and beta is equal to tan beta. Again, see the diagram. Beta is equal to tan beta, and tan beta is equal to perpendicular, means h, upon base is minus v. So that's why it is h upon minus v or minus h upon v. And gamma, again gamma is equal to tan gamma, and tan gamma is equal to, see the diagram again. In the diagram, tan gamma is equal to perpendicular upon base. So now perpendicular is h and base is r, and left side, due to left side, it is minus r. Now in the diagram you can see all the distances are taken from P, but triangles are actually forming at M. So there is a gap between M and P, but we are also considering that aperture of the concave surface is also very small. Then M and P are really very close to each other. In such case, all the distances which are measured from P can be considered to be measured from M. So again, gamma is equal to, tan gamma is equal to minus h upon r. Now on placing all these values of alpha, beta and gamma in this equation, n2 beta minus n1 alpha is equal to n2 minus n1 gamma, it will become n2 beta, in place of beta, minus h upon v, minus n1 alpha minus h upon u is equal to n2 minus n1 gamma, means minus h upon r. Minus h will be cancelled out. So it will become n2 upon v minus n1 upon u is equal to n2 minus n1 upon r. So that is the final expression of refraction of light at concave spherical surface. A special case, if the outer medium is air or vacuum, then its refractive index will be 1. Then the other medium can be written as only n. In such case, the expression will become n by v minus 1 by u is equal to n minus 1 upon r. So this is the complete derivation. Thank you.